Hello guys, I'm Joel, and today we are going to talk about the origins of the Force itself. And I think this is a really exciting topic, so I just want to jump into it. But first, I do have to draw a line in the sand between Legends and canon, because they do have vastly different stories so far. However, there is a lot of wiggle room in canon. So what I want to do is look at Legends and then see what we can pick from Legends to see if it will fit in canon. So let's jump right into what Legends is. So to talk about the beginning of the Force, we have to talk about the ships that brought the Force users of the galaxy together, the Thoyor. You see, the Thoyor were these great pyramid-like ships that were residing on 8 planets throughout the galaxy, all on different sections. And each of the Thoyor ships were meditated on by Force users and worshipped, because Force users have always existed, just in varying states of power. However, one day, Thoyor called to the Force users who worshipped it and called them onto its ship. And then Thoyor ships went from planet to planet in their sectors and pulled in Force users from around the galaxy to bring them all to Tython. And where these ships landed on Tython were the first temples of the Jedi Order. And the Jedi Order was the precursor to the Jedi Order. And the Jedi Order has a couple of differences with the Jedi Order, and the first and most major being the belief of Bendu, or balance between the light and the dark, or as it was known back in this time, Ashla and Bogan, named after the 2 moons of Tython, one that was light and one that was shrouded in darkness. And an interesting note, Ashla and Bogan were originally the names that Lucas came up with, but the directors and people he consulted with didn't like it, so they kind of scrapped it. So on this planet of Tython, with these 8 kind of separate temples, eventually everyone met with each other. And they formed an alliance between the 8 of them, and they lived together in relative peace for a couple of centuries until the Bogan users decided that they wanted more power and that Ashla was weak. So the war between Bogan and Ashla users began, and this ended up with Bogan users being exiled and sent off of Tython, or sent into another pocket of Tython. It was kind of one or the other. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the beginning of the light and dark sides of the Force. After this splintering of the 2 groups, the Jedi Order was founded because they believed that Bogan, or the dark side, would always lead to hate. And then at some point along the timeline, Ashla and Bogan, when they moved away from Tython, were now called the light and dark sides of the Force. Which leads me to the canon interpretation of the origins, which takes a much more lax and much more mysterious approach. You see, there are actually several candidate worlds for the origins of the Force, that being Tython, Acto, where you find Luke in The Force Awakens, Jedha, where we found Rey, and Ossus, another planet that is mentioned in the End of History Star Wars Insider 154. And kind of all of these planets have the ability to have the first Jedi Temple. However, I believe that Acto is going to have the genuine first Jedi Temple if we are ever told, because there is a stark possibility that we will never be told where the Jedi begin. Because you see, a big problem with Legends was how much of the mystery was taken away from the Force, while with the ships like the Thoyor and items like that do leave some mystery there. For the most part, we know how it started. The only thing that isn't explained are really the fantasy elements that can't be explained, such as the ability to use the Force. And what canon is seeming to be doing is keeping a lot of that mystery. We don't know where this is. And I think that's what canon is going to stick with. So with that, I think the most that canon will take from Legends, and the farthest that canon will go into exploring the birth of the Jedi Order and the birth of the Sith and the birth of the dark side, is maybe talking about how on whichever planet they started on, there was Ashla and Bogan, and maybe we'll explore upon why the Jedi Order is flawed because that's why Luke ran away to Acto. This isn't confirmed, but it's basically confirmed. He wants to reevaluate why the Jedi Order keeps failing, and that's why he went to Acto to seek guidance. So maybe we'll see some bit of wisdom, but beyond that, we won't really see a lot of the origins that we were given. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is all I have for today. So I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.